One of the issues that I have with Nigerian politics is the lack of ideology. So for instance, you cannot distinguish between a Bola Ahmed Tinubu and a Goodluck Jonathan, even though they come from different political parties. Now, I should say that Obafemi Awolowo is probably the only politician I can think of in Nigerian history that had an ideology. He had an ideology and he practiced it when he was the premier of the Western region. Now, I've been thinking lately the kind of ideology we need to turn things around in this country. And I've come to the conclusion that Nigeria needs leaders that will blend or that will hybridize the policies of Javier Milei in Argentina and Nayib Bukele in El Salvador. So let me explain. When Javier Milei came to power, I think in 2023, he inherited a failed economy. Argentina was suffering from hyperinflation. For many decades, Argentina did not record budget surplus. Javier Milei campaigned on libertarian policies. He said he was going to reduce the size and spending of government. In fact, he describes himself as an anarcho-capitalist. He doesn't believe the government should be involved in way too many things. He believed the role of government in society is very limited. As a matter of fact, there is a video of him that has actually become a meme that shows him removing the names of various ministries from a whiteboard. Now, he came to power and he implemented his policies, and he has actually recorded enormous success on that front. For the first time in a long while, Argentina recorded budget surplus. He's been able to reduce inflation drastically since he came to power. Now, the second leader is Nayib Bukele. Before he came to power in El Salvador, his country was ranked as the murder capital of the world. Violent crime, gangs was the order of the day. He came to power and he implemented radical policies. He jailed violent criminals, and today El Salvador is ranked as the safest country in the Western Hemisphere. So what's my point? Nigeria needs leaders that understand that the role of the government is limited. The government doesn't need to involve itself in way too many things. When you are involved in way too many things, it leads to dereliction of duty. The primary function of the government is to maintain law and order. And if you look at the Nigerian context, insecurity is rife today, from kidnapping to banditry to terrorism, and all types of insecurity issues, and that's because the Nigerian government, or at least the federal government, is involved in way too many things. Look at all the responsibilities of the federal government in the exclusive list, for instance. The government cannot practically do everything. If you attempt to do everything, that's going to lead to trade-offs. And so I personally believe the role of the government is limited. What the government should do is to maintain law and order, as Nayib Bukele has done in El Salvador. Maintain law and order. Violent criminals should be jailed. If you do the crime, you do the time. All across every major highway, every major car park in the country, you find thugs. You find people that act with impunity. We don't need those kinds of people around, because the more of those people you have, the more they limit progress, the more they limit growth and development. We need environments where people are able to conduct their business without fear, without hindrance. And that's the role of the government. The government shouldn't be involved in way too many things. Now, I once read that according to the Nigerian constitution, the federal government is expected to appoint a minister from every state of the federation. So in effect, that means at the minimum, we are supposed to have 36 ministers. That's over-bloated. We need to reduce the size of government, the cost of governance in this country. And the best way to do that is to have leaders that have libertarian principles and leaders that understand that their primary role is to maintain law and order in society.